There she is.
We're hot.
Glasses.
Yep, I'll give you the floor. Sweet.
Call this meeting to order for the Lawrenceburg Redevelopment Commission for February 9th, 2026. Can I get a roll call, please?
Executive Director Brian Messmore,
Present.
President Brian Johnson,
Present.
Vice President Lenny Fryman,
Here.
Secretary Kevin Schaefer is absent, Member Janie Wilson,
Here.
Member Rudy Ramey,
Here.
Lawrenceburg School Board Member Aaron Shepard,
Here.
City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
All righty.
Good to see everybody.
It is.
Another month.
All right. Approval for the minutes from the previous meeting. If I can get a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes from last meeting.
Rudy with the first, second.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Janie with the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion passes. Announcements, Mr. Messmore.
I do not have any new announcements, additional announcements.
Financial report, Mr. Mesh.
As of February 2nd, 2026, the balance for redevelopment is $1,871,846.91.
Thank you very much. Moving on to new business.
You there already?
We're there.
Okay. First on your list is evaporating mortgage lien subordination. I will allow Mr. Weldon to overrule my comments, but I think in a simple way, this property owner had received the $35,000 grant, first time new construction home builder, buyer, owner, and he is refinancing, and so that lien needs to move from the old mortgage to the new mortgage.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're not giving it up, it's not changing.
Yeah,
We still have they still have to live in it and
yeah, everything else stays the
just
same. It's-
refinancing the note. So I think
Thank you.
we're not in any danger. I think we should.
Are there any questions about that?
Nope.
I think we've done this before.
Yes.
Do
I
we
don't
need,
recall which home it was.
I say, do we need to vote on that, or?
Oh, yes, please. If we could have a vote to authorize
Yes.
Mr. Messmore to sign the documents, and then they've provided us with a
Okay.
self-addressed envelope to send it back in.
Anybody else have any more questions regarding the evaporating mortgage lien subordination? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Fryman, second.
Second.
Mr. Ramey, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
Thank you. And Kelly, is that the document that's in your office?
Yes.
Pardon me?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
All right, next would be 98 East High Street, the RFP. This is for the Parkside Market property. Mr. Messmore?
Yeah, as you, and I will let counsel or Mr. Weldon comment on this as well if he would like, but essentially we are serving public notice for 98 East High Street and 9 Short Street combined, and that is what is commonly known as the Parkside Market and the building directly behind it. This has all the development agreement general terms on it, and our goal is to be evaluating these at the end of March and make a selection at our March 9th meeting.
Yeah, so if you look at the posting that we did, the public notice that's in your packets, this is the notice that will run in the newspaper. And we decided that we would kind of overdo this in a way, so we're just kind of throwing everything out there that you would ever want as far as a public offering, just to give the most amount of folks an opportunity to bid on the property. We got it appraised twice. We're listing it as a base price for the average of the 2 appraisals. We have included in this document, if it pleases the board, the requirements of purchase price of $322,500, permitted use retail food business, open to the public, a minimum of 5 days per week, and residential rental for the existing units. So they'll be responsible for not just running a business open to the public that is a food-based business, similar to what's already there and consistent with the neighboring businesses, but also they've got to provide clean and safe accommodations to their residential tenants. And those residential units are linked to the property, so you got to take them all together. That they invest in modifications and retrofit the commercial retail space to fit the business needs at their cost. We've got aggressive timelines that will be open for negotiation, as all of this will. It's going to be up to this board to decide how to best move forward once we get our applicants, but we've put a closing date to close on the property of April 30th. That just means they submit their proposals, we pick a winner, and then we do the property transfer. So that's we've already started ramping up to that with surveys and easements and separating that property out to the way it needs to be. So all those kind of legal due diligence steps we've been working on. Business open date and certificate of occupancy, we have June 1st, 2026. Of course, again, that's an aggressive timeline, but I think that if we can have this business open for the summer entertainment schedule, that's what we want. All of this is subject to reality and what is reasonable over there, but that'll be part of the negotiation process, part of the presentation. So these are baselines that we've got in our advertisement. Our restrictive covenants, so what that means, when you couple that with reversionary rights, those are just, legal mumbo jumbo for there's going to be a economic development agreement that you will approve after you've approved and selected the most beneficial and most qualified plan. And part of that economic development agreement, like we've always done, will include clawbacks where if this business does not operate as they've presented that they will, then we'll have the right to take some action all the way up to getting the property back. So they're going to be locked in again, even at these baseline prices, the average of the two appraisals for this property. It is still a property that the city has invested quite a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in addition to money into. So that price, even though it's the average two appraisals, doesn't reflect just what is really a tremendous opportunity. I think the property is worth way more than just these numbers, is my point. So to protect that, to protect all your hard work and investment into downtown, they're going to be required to do what they say, right? Which is consistent with what we've always done. Proof of financial ability. So we want to see from a bank or a similar documentation. And Mark, I'll send this to you if you want. You guys should already have it, but we'll send all this stuff to you guys. So they just need to prove that they have the ability. We've got the purchase price plus an additional $100,000 to show that they have the ability to get that, whether through a loan or if they have cash on hand. Factors considered, that will assure the commission that the sale or lease if made will, and that's just legal language, this will be a sale subject to an EDA, will further the execution of the redevelopment plan and best serve the interests of the community from the standpoint of both human and economic welfare. We may require surety bonds, and the other terms will be in the economic development agreement that we'll negotiate and you guys will approve. So the timeline, this has already been sent to the paper with, it's gonna run twice in the month of February. And then what we've asked for is for these submissions to be made to Kelly and Brian's office, and that they are due no later than March 5th, 2026 at 11 a.m. At that time, we'll have those. We'll do a group opening. These aren't bids, but we just want to cap that and close that and be able to show the public, hey, we did it fair and open, and here's all we got, and now it's the cutoff time. We're not taking any more after this. These are the ones we have, so we'll do kind of an informal opening, but it's not as formal as like a bid for a construction project. But then we'll have between March 5th and March 9th to kind of review those, again, similar to a bid, if we're using that analogy, are any of them just like not responsive or responsible where we can't even really consider them? And then what are the right ones? We're gonna kick all those out to you guys as a board so you have time to look at them. If we can, have selections and a vote for who you think is most favorable at our March 9th meeting, we will do that. You'll have when on March 5th, when we get the packets from interested bidders or proposals from interested proprietors, those will go out to each of you with a scoring sheet and a matrix so that you can not just rank these according to how you feel about them, how you feel will be most beneficial, but there'll be a scoring matrix so you can have some actual data to tie your thoughts into a scoring system, which is also, I think, the best way to execute our duty to the public, to just say, hey, everyone got a fair shot. Here, everyone has the ability to kind of look at it from their own perspective as far as what'll be best for the community, what'll be best for the downtown, and then we'll convene on the 9th and hopefully choose who you guys think would be the best candidate, and then go right into EDA negotiations, closing, getting them ramped up to open. But if you need more time, of course, we would give that to you. So we're gonna put the community in the best position to give proposals for the property, but we're also gonna put you guys as a board in the best position to pick the best candidate.
Any other questions from Mr. Messmore or Mr. Weldon?
Very well explained. Thank you.
All right.
So we need,
We need a motion to approve the 98 East High Street RFP. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Fryman, second.
I'll second.
Ms. Wilson? Or I'm sorry, Ms. Schreiber.
Doctor.
I'm sorry. All right.
Right, you tell them.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Moving on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
awesome, thank you.
Moving on to 236 East High Street.
Okay, if you recall 236 East High, and Rudy, probably less familiar to you, but it's a small lot we've had out here on East High. It's been listed for a long time. We're very fortunate right now. We have a very interested party. We actually have a contract from Mr. Lowmiller, and I'm asking for the board to approve that. It's not so different than others. There's a few things that are going to need to be worked out. It's contingent upon a zoning change. At some point, that area on East High was turned levy business. And obviously there are residential places on both sides, so it seems logical that planning and zoning would approve a residential change there. I would think so. We'd still contingent upon buyer submitting the final building plan, so we would get to see those before we move forward. And there's a couple other things, maybe to receive appropriate approval for needed building height and a curb cut. There was some suggesting that this building may be 3 stories tall, so then it would need a variance, I believe, from BZA. So I'm asking to approve this upon those contingency factors.
So I have a question.
Yes, sir.
And this would be directed at Mr. Weldon. So it sounds like that at some point this is going to go in front of the BZA,
Potentially.
potentially. I'm a member of the BZA. Would that be conflicting for me to have input on this? Should I abstain, or?
I don't believe so, because you're gonna be wearing, and we often wear 2 different hats, or sometimes 3 or 4. Tom has a whole closet full of hats. And unless your interest creates an inability to fairly and objectively decide on both these. So essentially what you're doing right now, Mr. Ramey, is you're approving the overall concept of the project, and the only reason the BZA second step is relevant and being mentioned is because that is a caveat where they may back out of this project if later on. So we're giving them conditional approval. they're gonna come to the BZA. There's actually, I think, Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, we're gonna bifurcate this. I was gonna have, we're able to, as the city, just rezone our own property without going to a hearing, but I didn't think that was very fair to the community, just because I think the BZA should rule on whether or not this should be able to be 3 stories and whether or not it should go from residential to commercial. Just because I think that's fair, even though we can skip that step, I don't think we should.
Okay.
So we thought, well, let's have Brian present on rezoning it as commercial, and that'll actually go to Plan Commission, believe it or not. And Plan Commission's free to say no, and then we'd be done right there. That's why I say this vote tonight's conditional. And then the second step, as far as making it 3 stories, we'll have the potential buyer come with her plans to the BZA.
Right.
And then you can decide whether 3
Okay.
stories is okay or not. So to answer
Wanna
your
be
question,
transparent.
you're in a great position, and
Thank
that's
you.
not a conflict in any way.
Okay.
So also regarding this property, you say
Thank you.
the contract is with Low Miller, and what was the purchase price? Did we,
$12,500,
what did we initially ask? 15?
15, if I recall.
There ain't nothing in the utilities that we're gonna come back and hit a question on later, or?
They've done a pretty good job at evaluating the easements that surround this property. There's the levee behind them, and there's a levee easement for LCD beside them. They've done, in my opinion, a pretty decent job of researching all the things that could go wrong or
So
cause
next
a
month, we're not
conflict.
gonna have somebody here asking for us to run utilities, and, I mean, we should be
Well,
good.
there was a house already there. We tore it down many years ago, so, but good point.
Just making sure.
I'm with you, man.
No, that's fair.
I can't
Fair
guarantee
question.
you anything.
Yeah, Mr. Roulette, if you don't mind coming to the podium.
Just, okay, I'm sure the mic works. For clarification, it's levy business and you're going to bring it in front of planning and zoning to make it residential?
That's correct.
Correct? Okay.
Did I say?
You said, yeah, you said end up saying commercial too, and I'm like,
Well, yeah, I straightened it.
Okay.
out. I went like this.
God, I just,
that-
clarification.
Was that his signal?
Yeah, I went like this. That was
No, I
Thank you.
was wrong. Incorrect.
This time.
If there's any other questions or comments, if not, we'll go ahead and I'll entertain a motion.
Oh, that's just itchy.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Fryman, second.
I will second that motion.
Mr. Ramey, all right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, opposed? The ayes have it, all righty.
Didn't think anybody would ever buy that.
Yeah, you
Awesome.
know, and this individual is extremely interested and excited about being able to move and build her a home there at 236 East High, so
Nice.
that's,
Great.
yeah.
I was gonna say, Mr. Roulette, when you get as old as me, you start to forget things, so you got that to look forward to.
I'll look forward to that.
Better look backwards.
Next, 531 Walnut Street,
Okay.
Messmore.
As you're aware by now, 531 Walnut is, just to put it in a box for everybody else, up on Walnut Street at Walnut and 50, you have the insurance company, and then you have 3 lots that were held by another developer in the community. Those are under contract, as I understand it, and they were not interested in this 4th lot at 531 Walnut. We had held on to 531 Walnut in the event that it became an attractive development tool for that area. However, it did not turn out that way. So I am asking the board if they would like that I would figure out how to list and advertise this, whether it's just a pure listing or if we're going to do some sort of ask for proposals for development, which is probably more along the lines of what we would prefer, since we own it and have that ability to run it through one more filter. So if you're interested, we will try to put something together and have it back for you at the next meeting for approval. If not, we'll do it at the following meeting. We have a lot going on at the next meeting. It's not urgent, and the fact that we're discussing it, I'm sure will generate some interest, and that's not a bad thing. Does that make sense?
Anybody have any comments or questions or suggestions?
Nope.
I would like to see a RFP proposal put together and send it out for bid, just like we have recently done for other projects. I think that would be.
The only tweak would be if the estimated value of the lot is just itself is less than 25,000, then we can value that a different way. So I'll streamline it, but I'll make it consistent with what we've done in the past.
Which may or may not include, I don't recall, Ms. Hermish, if we had appraisals done on that 9 or 10 years ago or not. I don't know if we would have to redo those, but we'll figure all that out.
Yeah.
That's my point. If you're game for getting it out there, we're game for figuring out where we're at in the process, and we'll start.
Spring is upon us. I think is no better time to move than now.
There already is an interest for commercial development there with residential on top.
So, all righty. Well, I think if you guys could prepare that for the next meeting, if it's possible. If not, like you said, it can go out to the next meeting, but I think that's the route I think we should go. So,
Cool.
Go ahead and, did I need a motion for that? Did I give a motion?
Does that need one?
I don't think so. I'll bring back the RFP so you can prove that.
Yeah, we
That's okay.
can review it then and then take a vote at that point.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, moving on to old business. Mr. Messmore, first on the list is Maple Street Development.
Okay, again, just to kind of put this in a box again, most of us are familiar with what we commonly refer to as Maple Street. It's the property over on Center in Maple next to the railroad tracks that we have recently advertised for proposals and selected a developer to negotiate with. We are still, it's slow, but we are making progress. As you are aware, because of the soil conditions of that property and the work that we've done over there over the years, there is a soil plan that is required to be a part of the development. And not surprisingly, but we have found that that's kind of slowing down the progress of getting approvals and loans and all those things through the legal process and through the banking process because of the soils management plan that accompanies that develop. So we're working with our geotech firm, we're working with the developer, we're working with ourselves and trying to work this through so that we understand what's going to be required to get anything accomplished over there residential. Del, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I just think that we worked really hard on this property to do all the preliminary environmental work.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep moving forward, and if it becomes a deal breaker with this developer, then we'll move
Then
on.
we'll
redo
do
it.
something else. But what I'm hopeful of is if it comes to that point, that we will have discovered all the things that can, crop up in this process. So I just wanted to give you an update so that everybody had the same information about what's going on over there.
Do we have a timeline of any sort
No.
that maybe
No, just hurry.
they will be?
Yeah. No. So, we have made a little bit of progress in the last couple of weeks, but not enough to jump up and down about.
Any other questions regarding the Maple Street project? Well, I'm gonna throw a curveball here because I'm gonna ask Mr. Messmore to give us an update on the property next to the Civic Park, the row house, that M&M Development.
I spoke with M&M Development, I believe, last week. They are very close to having their construction drawings completed, which would allow them to bid out the construction. This is for the row house that's right next to the park with the new wall and windows. They were finishing up some negotiation and with Indiana Landmarks, as I understand it, because that also affected their final design that would go into the bid package. So they're very close to being able to, put that to market and get construction started. they're optimistic that construction schedule will be within a year, if not considerably less. Assuming there's
Any other questions
no other
regarding the,
surprises.
Yeah, I'd like to, you got an update, Brian, on the Durbin Plaza?
Yeah, yeah. We got asked to move the snow out of there today.
Oh, really?
Where's that gonna
That was,
They can hold off till Friday. It's gonna rain all week. It'll be
yeah,
gone.
it was funny. I mean, it was like, oh, here we go. Great. But anyway, it's going well. We're going through the process as it is. Flaherty & Collins is running the lead right now. They're doing what they have to do up front to secure those tax credits and get all that stuff organized the way it's supposed to be. At the same time, they are doing their preliminary engineering above and beyond what's been done to date, and some of that, it does include some additional borings in the development site, which the development site is partially covered by the snow over there, but as usual, we, our guys will make accommodations and help, move a pile here or there if it's within reason. I think, maybe. No, I know they will. They do.
You should have told them we just make it like a ski resort.
Yeah, so it was funny. But I think closing was originally scheduled for June 1st, and it sounded like to me today from the people who are doing the borings that they're under an increased schedule. It sounds like they've moved things up on them, so they're, double time and trying to catch up. So well underway.
now, regarding the updates you just gave us, the Maple Street, the Durbin Plaza, the M&M development, I'm sure they existed somewhere, somebody's got some, but Microsoft makes a nice project software, and they, have dates in there, milestones. I don't think it would be much to ask for those people to submit timelines to us, in Microsoft Project or some other scheduling software. That way we can kind of get a little bit better feel for completion dates and make sure that the schedules are being met. And
Are you talking about any project specifically?
I'm talking about especially the three that we just talked about.
Okay.
The Maple Street, the M&M development, and the Durbin Plaza. But any project that you feel that we should have, go for it. I don't think overabundance of information,
No.
nobody is going to complain about that. I'd rather have too much than not enough.
And most developers, decent size, have that because
Exactly.
that's
That's
how
why I'm saying it's no
you've seen it
burden to
on
us,
school-
right?
yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah.
So, yeah, if we could get that, that would be great. And that should be on the developer to be able to supply that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a unreasonable request. Any other questions regarding any other projects or updates? If not, we'll move on to the Main Street report. Rebecca's there, so she can come up and,
I have
Say-
nothing to report, but I did want to thank you all here at the Lawrenceburg Redevelopment Commission for replenishing our grant program again in 2026. We're grateful to partner with you once again to serve our community and look forward to a great year ahead. Do you have any questions?
you have anything lined up for this month? Anybody you're working with? Things moving? It looks like you already got some applications in.
Yeah, so we do, but not, as of right now, it's nothing certain.
And I seen the Ridge Winery, it just opened.
The Ridge, they're actually, I just came here from there.
Oh.
I was drinking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was
I
not.
didn't say that. I just said.
They are planning their grand opening, so you will be getting an invitation for that.
Fantastic.
Derek and Nancy
Yes, Derek and Nancy.
Yeah.
know them very well.
Yes, they're actually participating in our sip and shop this Friday. So we're glad that they got open before that.
Awesome.
Yeah, so.
Nice place.
Yes, it is. It is really nice. But yes, like I said, I'll be sending you all an invitation. It's supposed to be the 19th. I just don't have the time yet.
Fantastic. Thank you for the information.
Good deal.
Anybody
Yep.
have any questions for Rebecca while she's here? If not, we'll go ahead and
Thank you.
move on. Thank you so much for the update. All right, next would be approval of claims. Anybody have any question regarding the claims that Kelly supplied for us? If not, I would take a motion first.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Fryman, second?
Second.
All right, second. All in favor of approving the claims?
Aye.
All right, opposed? All right, we're good to go. Any comments from the audience? If you would like to speak, please come to the mic and say what you'd like to say.
I just have a question.
Sure.
How much are you saying 98 East High Street's gonna go in the market for, or a minimum bid, or what? Because
Scott, could you come up to the podium so we can hear you? Somebody out there might want to know besides you.
I'm Scott McLean. I just wanted to write down the number or the price that you were talking about, Del, with respect to, is it the asking or minimum bid, or just trying to clarify that number and what it represents?
Right in there, 322.
$322,500.
Is that a minimum bid or
Yes,
beginning, I should say?
minimum bid.
Minimum, okay. That's it.
But they also have to present a plan for starting a business there. They have to show that they have run a similar business for the last 5 consecutive years in the tri-state area. They have to show financial ability to open the business. So if someone just comes in and says, hey, never done this before, but I want to start a sandwich shop, they would be out. They'd be disqualified rather. So we're looking for business owners who've run business, who can start right away and can demonstrate that they're able to do that and pay at least the average of 2 appraisals, which is that number.
Thank you, Scott.
Yep.
Any other comments? If not, we'll go ahead and take a motion for adjournment.
Amen.
Second.
I'll second that.
Second, all right.
Does that
All
count?
all voting yes. Motion has carried.
Deal.
Yeah, so I was just talking to
All right.
Yeah.